Hello friends! Today I'm going to unbox our April Thrive Market order for you. If you're not familiar with Thrive Market is an online discount grocer where you get a membership, kind of like Costco, where you pay for a membership for a year, except you order everything online and then it's shipped directly to you. You have the option to order as often as you want, as frequently as you like, or you can set up I guess, because you can do both, you can set up an auto ship with them where you can change different products for shipment every 2 weeks, every 4 weeks, every 6 weeks, 8 weeks. I think you get to customize kind of which orders process when and customize your box. So you will see, because this is an auto ship order, a lot of things that we've ordered. If you've seen other videos, you'll see a lot of repeats, but then we do throw in a couple new things every now and then. And just really enjoy using Thrive for convenience and getting the products that we use at a great price. And then it is one of my favorite tools to use along a biblical health lifestyle, just to simplify, because you are getting a lot of good quality products shipped to you at a good price, which that's a roadblock for a lot of people, is they really think that healthy living is expensive living. And that's not always true. I hope you learned that if you're following along on this channel and watching any of our other grocery hauls, that you will see, yes, some things do cost more than their conventional counterparts. But unless you're buying a whole lot of packaged goods, which honestly, Thrive, we get more of our packaged goods than we do with any other grocery haul. But unless you're buying a ton of pre-made packaged goods, honestly, it doesn't have to cost you that much, especially if you're going from conventional prepackaged goods to raw ingredients with the organic or locally sourced counterpart, etc. Without any further ado, we will dive on in. But first, let me take a quick second to say welcome if you are new here. My name is Amanda Willis. I empower families to wellness authentically through biblically rooted principles. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so glad you're here. Be sure to leave a comment down below so you can introduce yourself and I know who you are as well. All right, let's dive in, friends. You guys know we love our Sancho green tea. And yes, loose leaf tea is on my list of things to be transitioning towards. But right now, working on some basic everyday preparedness is more important, or is not more important, is a higher priority on the list. So we'll get there. But right now, our Sancho green tea from Thrive, super yummy. You know, their tea bags are all great. There's no dye or gluten or anything in the tea bags that's hidden. So we love, love, love the Sancho green. Love also their Earl Grey. My husband is not normally an Earl Grey fan, but he does really like the one from Thrive Market. I found this out that we need to be ordering more because he was sneaking my Earl Grey tea. So we got another box of that. Then organic raspberry leaf tea. I drink this every single day for healthy hormones. Be sure to check out my cycle syncing video if you want more information on different teas and herbs and oils and home therapies that you can be doing to support your cycle and a cycle rotation, ladies. But raspberry leaf is one of the ones that I use daily. So I got some more of that. And then, oh no, we love our green chilies. I'm excited. I'm hopeful that this summer, 2021, we will have the fresh green chilies back here in Colorado available at the stands. We would have grabbed some last year, but it was a lot harder to find them. So we've got a couple cans of those. And then now we get into the fun part where we have to unwrap what is in these. No, okay. Oh, yes. There should be 2 things of olive oil in here. This is some of the best olive oil that I have found at a store and not direct from an olive oil vendor. We do like our olive oil from Healthy Harvest. They are at the Boulder County Farmers Market a lot, and you can also order off their website. They have some really great olive oils, but for everyday olive oil, we've been using the Thrive Market. It is single origin, it's organic, The flavor is fantastic. We were getting another brand from a local grocery store here, and honestly, we like Thrive a whole lot better. And so we grabbed this. I love that it's also in a dark closed container, so it's protected from any light. And we ordered 2 things of it because somehow I thought I had our backup and then our one in our emergency food stash, and we're on the last bottle in our home, which is a problem. So I got us a backup bottle for when that one's low, and then one to go in our emergency food stash as we are working to build that up. And then, of course, we rotate those through as we use them so that we're not ever worrying about expiration dates on our emergency food stash. And then, oops. Caesar dressing. Very soon, our lettuce seeds are going into our balcony garden containers, and we will have some fresh romaine to use with this fantastic Caesar dressing. The rest of our dressings I will be making from scratch, but friends, this Caesar is just so good and simple because it's already bottled. Up next, we have hubby threw on a deodorant on here. I like to get mine from Young Living. He is using the Schmidt's natural deodorant. This is the charcoal and magnesium one. So we've got that there. And then, oh, these are kind of stuff. This order was big. Let's see. They wrap everything really well. We've only ever had one thing not come safely. Oh yes, we were replacing the organic marinara sauce in our emergency stash as well. Again, our garden, we're planting some paste tomatoes this year. I have San Marzanos going in, and we have some Martino's Roma tomatoes going in. And so I'm hopeful that this summer I'll be able to start water bath canning, and that we will get a big enough tomato harvest that I can some tomato sauce for us, or from our garden. So we will see how that goes. But right now, I got us a backup there to go with all the pasta that's in our emergency food stuff. And then a bottle of apple cider vinegar. This is our backup. I don't have a full emergency bottle of apple cider vinegar yet. If you guys are new and you're following and you're like, what does she keep talking about, this emergency bottle? We discovered last year, in the midst of all of the 2020 craziness, that we were living way too dependent on the grocery store and being able to run out and go to the grocery store at any point. And if any case, there were shortages of anything, we were like, oh, that's a problem. And then I learned that the Department of Homeland Security actually recommends that every American have a 6-month food supply on hand in case of an emergency. Did not know this. And so we have been working slowly but surely to build up some extra food stores so that we have that 6-month food supply. Honestly, I'd like to get even more than that, but right now we are in an apartment working on the backup food storage and the rotation and everything. It's taking a little bit of strategy to figure out so that I'm not stashing things like randomly under the couch or anything, that I know where everything's at, and then it's easy to rotate through. We are also and very passionate about having backup food that we can do with power, without power, and also that it is stuff that we like to eat, that it's a variety of things, and that it still packs in as much nutrition as possible so that if it's an emergency, we're not having to worry about sick immune systems in addition to not being able to go to the store. So on that note, speaking of nutrition, we have a giant thing of coconut oil. This is our backup one. I like to keep a big thing of coconut oil, and I have a big thing of ghee from Costco. I don't think Thrive has ghee this size yet. And so we have a backup one. I know Azure Standard carries some larger things of coconut oil and ghee and that sort of thing in the buckets, but we only have room for so many buckets. And right now our dry goods are taking priority in those. So our almond milk. Y'all, I think I found our raw milk vendor here on the Front Range. I'm very excited. We're going on a farm tour here in a couple weeks, and I'm excited to, actually by the time this video goes live, we may have been on that farm tour already. So I will keep you posted. Maybe I'll even do a video on it and on some raw milk. But until then, we've got lots of almond milk, and we'll probably still continue to have some almond milk as we continue to work on getting rid of hubby's dairy sensitivity. So it's been improving. So we have all the almond milks. This one is actually, I've tried a lot of different almond milks over the years when I was working through food sensitivities of my own. And a lot of them are really watery, or they have a lot of stabilizers in them. The flavor is just not very good, etc. We do really like the Thrive Market unsweetened one. This is very good. I've used it in baked oatmeal and just 1-to-1 replacement for regular milk in that recipe. All right, friends, we're getting close to the end here. This is my favorite Celtic sea salt, and this is our backup of the salt as well. So this stuff is harvested in Bretagne, France, and it is tested. It's the only salt that I know of where every batch is tested for trace minerals. And that's at least in the Vital Mineral Blend one. I'm not sure if that's all of their salts or just the Vital Mineral Blend, but this stuff is awesome. It's dark colored. We get the coarse one. You can tell it's not bleached. It's actually sun dried is how they dry it before they package it. And it is delicious. It will completely transform the flavor of your food. It's also super, super good for you because of the minerals in here. So sometimes I will eat salt straight out of the bag. Guilty. Friends, I'm guilty. I also like to use it to make salt tea, which I probably should do this afternoon. I might do some of that. We're restocking our arrowroot powder. I prefer to use this over cornstarch. You can use a good quality cornstarch in your cooking, but I just really like the results with arrowroot powder. I also like knowing I'm not having to deal with, is it GMO or non-GMO, you know, all the things. So I do like the arrowroot. And then also just knowing how much corn we get. I watched the King Corn documentary years ago, and knowing how much of our food has hidden corn in it out and about, I was just like, let's eliminate a little bit of the corn, because I don't want to eliminate our popcorn. I love popcorn. So we keep some corn products, tortilla chips, that sort of thing. So I try and get a few less out and get a little bit more variety in our diet. So we've got that arrowroot powder. Cannot run out of coffee. That would be a travesty. This Thrive Market coffee is delicious, shade grown, so the acid level is lower naturally. I tolerate this one very, very well, and my digestive system can be picky with certain coffees. It's gotten better than it used to be, but certain coffees tear my stomach apart. I also drink my coffee black, so I'm very picky about the flavor. We really like the French roast from Thrive. So we got the great big bag of that. And then last but not least, I know I said we are stocking up healthy foods in our emergency storage. But also, sometimes when the power's out, you just want peanut butter and crackers, right? So we have the non-Ritz version of a butter cracker that is delicious. These are addictive. I may have to hide these better because I had these for our food preparedness, emergency food supply. And my husband wanted crackers and dug them out of there. So I may have to hide these better because yes, I want to rotate them, but I don't want to be rotating them super frequently. Like we shouldn't go through 2 boxes every month kind of thing, just because There's less junk in here, but there's still not that much nutrition in here. Let's be real, it's a buttercracker. So that's all we have in today's order. If you would like to grab a Thrive Market membership and you don't yet have one, be sure you check out the link in the description. It is our referral affiliate link. It gets you 25% off of your first order. So be sure you take advantage of that discount code. So I'll do what we did, which was we had a lot of friends that had Thrive Market or using Thrive Market and didn't think about it. We were just ready to get started and we didn't use the link. So we didn't save the money. That was silly. Don't be us. Use the link, save your money. And until next time, take care, friends. Cheers.